evening, whenever and wherever you are. On this week's episode of Greetings From, we randomly pick video game locations and discuss if we want to live there, vacation there, or send our enemies to die, because who really wants to live in Silent Hill? Also, why is Anne Orlando a police state, and does Yharnam have a healthcare system, and how extensive is it? All that and more. Enjoy!
Greetings, travelers. It is August 18th, 2019, and this is episode 20 of the Greetings From podcast. My name is Rebecca Faye, and I am joined as always by my two very good friends. Firstly, all of the birds died in 1986 due to Reagan killing them and replacing them with spies that are now watching us. The birds work for the bourgeoisie, don't they, Olivia Quinn?
Don't trust anyone but crows. Crows are the only allies in this war.
It's funny that you mentioned this because I saw somebody posted on, I want to say it was like our relationships or something really random and it was about how this girl had a boyfriend who had like angered some magpies, and now the magpies were like attacking them every time they went anywhere together, and she wanted to know how to have a conversation with her boyfriend about like mistreating the magpies and trying to befriend them so they would stop doing that. So
I from what I understand, like all like corvid animals like actually can recognize faces and patterns and stuff, and they're like fucking, they have funerals, so they're basically people. We should let them be people. Protect the corvids. We should let them be people. And also dolphins are people. And dogs. Yeah. Octopi.
Something else too, right?
I don't know.
Whales.
Are whales people?
Apes.
Apes are people.
I default everything as
Parrots.
a person now. That's how I go.
Yeah,
everything.
This is the future the liberals want.
Yeah. All animals exist as people. Dogs can vote.
It's equality.
Goodbye. I'm also joined to my proverbial left by... Okay, guys, I've been working on this outfit for some time now, and my stepmom, Karen, says I'm not allowed to wear it out tonight. I mean, like, respect the drip, Karen. Is that right, Tyler Smith?
Yeah. Be your own woman or man. Don't let your stepmom step all over you.
Respect the drip, Karen.
I do not know that reference.
I know, I'm sorry. So for the uninitiated,
Okay.
These are TikTok references. I went down a weird rabbit hole lately, and now I'm just spewing out things that the kids are saying. Olivia, you said this earlier, and I want to echo the sentiment of, I've never felt older than I have using TikTok, because it is thoroughly owned by Generation Z, and they have memes of which I can only barely comprehend.
I like what my partner said when she got on TikTok, which was like, this just makes me angry irrationally. I don't know why it makes me angry, but these children like lip syncing makes me mad, and I don't understand it, and I'm deleting this app immediately.
I'm afraid that we're turning into boomers. Like, I'm afraid that we're becoming the thing that we most despise.
Well, it's funny. I read an article recently, and when boomers were millennials, they were like considered millennials by the fucking older generation, by the, I don't know what you would call them, hippie generation? What's the generation before boomers?
Silent generation?
Yeah.
The silent generation? So the silent generation did not like the boomers. They thought that they were the millennials as well. And now we have become, or are starting to become, the boomers, and they are now the millennials.
I don't feel... So. The one thing I will say is that I do not get the sense that there is a beef between millennials and Gen Z. I feel like millennials are like, Generation Z, do the things of which we cannot do because we are drowning. Please help.
Right.
The allyship.
Be the change you wish to see in the world.
Be the boomer you want to see in the world.
Yeah.
Be the boomer you want to eliminate in the world.
Purge is legal, everybody. Woo!
No, wait. Don't be the boomer you want to eliminate. I don't know. This is a complicated subject. Moving on. Games. Where are we at? Save us.
So, games are a thing that exists in the world today. I think it's pretty dang cool. That's all I gotta say about games. So, in the past, listeners of the Greetings From podcast who have been here in the past, as I just said, may remember some episodes that we've done where we'd like to do some games where we pull some stuff out of a hat. I think one of our most fun and successful episodes of this was our Valentine's Day themed Marry, Fuck, Kill episode, in which we spent a long time talking about who really here is gonna marry Mr. Mime. He is a mister, so I think it might be okay.
He's already taken by Ash's mom.
Thanks.
Does that make it a menage a trois, or
join the
is that-
triad?
is that like
they could be an open relationship.
Yeah, maybe they
you
have an
know?
open relationship. I don't know. Ash is just like, I hate this mom. I don't want to be here anymore. I just want to go take my Pikachu and leave.
I never age, Mom. When will I die? Will I live forever?
The immortal.
You created
Ash
You created a holy being. I don't age. I don't eat. What am I, Mother?
Well,
kill me, Mother.
The most wild. That's a wild theory, because the most wild theory I've heard is that basically, there was an ancient war, and apparently there was maybe some nuclear fallout, and Ash may or may not be the result of that. Like, the children of the world are the irradiated children who somehow mutated and survived, and now they are just
This is
the
horrible,
immortal.
and I want it to be true just so I know that Mr. Mime actually does fuck. I'm hoping that's actually true, just so we can get that confirmation.
I feel bad for, like, the kindergartners or whatever, like the little kids that'll try to challenge you with their little backpacks,
kids.
and then you're stuck being like, preschooler Evan wants to battle. Like, I couldn't live the rest of my life being preschooler Evan. I just couldn't do it. I just don't have it in me. Infinity is too long.
Maybe it's just a really slow aging process,
Body slowly decays, but you never age.
No. I just mean, like, it's like, I don't want to say Benjamin Button, because he, like, aged every year. But I mean,
What happened? We were
it takes you
talking about
10
places
years.
we were going somewhere, and now we've gone to hell. Now we're in hell.
I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm really good at derailing conversations. And so now the location would be Kanto, which is a gorgeous countryside, but I would never want to live there.
So I think you raise a very interesting point about not wanting to live in Kanto, because we requested of our listeners and also of ourselves to submit to us video game places. And so today we have joined together in holy matrimony, us and the random generator game once again, in which we are here to play a slight variation on the Marry Fuck Kill game, in which we are going to pull places you want to fuck. Just kidding. We're actually going to choose places you want to go on vacation, place you want to live, and a place you would want to send your most mortal enemy. The rules are the same. We'll pull 3 out of a hat, and then you have to make hard choices. Except when all of them are Ravenholm, I don't know what to tell you.
Ravenholm is the best place
there.
to be. I go there.
We can't go to Ravenholm.
Well, we'll see when it comes up. I'll let you know how I feel about it.
So we've received a lot of really good and really varied submissions. I was quite excited about a lot of what was submitted. And one rule that I would like to proposition, I know I told you about this before, but I'll add it here on the cast so that people can hold us accountable. Some of these places are very, very specific, like a building, a town, whatever. And some of them are very generic, like a world or a world state or something like that. So I will give you guys the wild card. And I say by which the royal you guys, including myself, because I'm also playing. By which, if you get a really broad one, you can choose anywhere in that world to use. So it gives you kind of a get out of jail free card if you really want to go for a vacation in Pandora. I don't know. It's up to you.
All
right, you guys ready? Huh?
Yeah.
You ready to play?
I was gonna derail. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Don't be Tyler.
It's okay. I think I want to say I think that us trying to get into this episode derailing was my fault, so it's okay. We're all in this together. We're gonna see where this podcast takes us. All right, everybody ready to play?
Yeah.
Ready.
Okay. I'm gonna generate 3 random numbers. I have to write them down because I'm stupid. And there were too many to put on note cards, which there weren't actually too many to put on note cards. It's just that I was feeling lazy. All right, so your first 3 video game locations are Castletown from Ocarina of Time, Delfino Island from Super Mario Sunshine. Oh, already? And Silent Hill.
Oh, perfect.
I love this matchup here. It's two
Yeah.
hell places and 1 good place.
that being Silent Hill.
Wait,
Or-
wait. So Castletown is a bad place. I have not played Ocarina of Time. Olivia, please explain Castletown to me.
Yeah, no, Castletown. So there's 2 different versions of Castletown. So take your pick. The first version of Castletown when you're a child is like, oh, it's like a normal town with like a castle and like there's like a town surrounding it and there's like markets and shit and dogs. There's a lot of dogs running around at night. That's an important detail. Is there's just like a lot of dogs.
That sounds nice.
I mean, that sounds like a plus already.
Yeah, no, that's good. But in the future, once Ganon takes control and destroys the world, Castle Town is filled with zombies. I don't know what happened to the dogs.
Oh.
I'm hoping they're okay. And then like there's an evil death. Like he basically turns the fucking castle into like his domain with like a big thing over it. So it's good and bad. And that's actually saying that Delfino Island was the bad place because fuck Super Mario Brothers Sunshine. Shout out to Super Mario Brothers Sunshine. Go to hell.
Aww. The bad thing is that my frame of reference for Delfino Island is the Mario Kart track. Sorry. I might know I'm kind of a pleb that way, but that's
Do you feel positive about that Super Mario Brothers track? Or Super Mario Kart track, Bill?
It's okay. It's not one of my favorites, I guess. I find it middling. So, okay, a part of me wants to say that I almost want to go on vacation to Silent Hill.
Okay,
because I feel like the point of Silent Hill is you have to like go work out some psychological shit, and I feel like maybe that's really what my soul needs, is to just take like a baby break in Silent Hill, and then I'm gonna work out some trauma, and then I'm gonna be cool, and maybe end a curse or something. I don't know. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, totally.
Something like that,
You
yeah.
meet your dead wife, it's cool.
You work through your issues.
That's fine. I have several, so I mean, pick your poison.
The thing with Delfino Island is, my feelings aside, it is actually like a legit resort. Like there's
I was gonna say, looking at it,
and like the only bad part is that Bowser Jr.'s there with a paintbrush and he's like painting shit up, making it all dirty. But like if you can, I can deal with a dirty island. I'm cool with that. Like I'm fine with the local flavor. I think I just don't like Super Mario Sunshine, so on principle I have to be against it. But maybe you guys would feel differently about that because it's literally an island paradise with Yoshis.
Do we have the option to go on vacation to Delfino Island strictly to end the gentrification waged by Bowser Jr.?
We didn't make any rules against that, so I think that's fair. We can stop Bowser Jr.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. So, is the team in some kind of strange agreement on the idea that you send the people you don't like to Silent Hill, you live in the dog version of Castletown, and you maybe take a vacay on Delfino Island?
I think I want to have the caveat that Castletown will eventually be destroyed unless you help out a small boy who keeps coming to your house every day grabbing your dog. So you have to keep that in mind.
Is that why there are so many dogs on the street? This kid just fucking kidnapped your dog?
No.
He's just kidnapping all the town's people's dogs?
So there's a quest that involves, like, the child bringing a dog to your house, and you say, is that my dog? Yes or no? So...
Oh, okay. So here's my take on it. Looking at, since I haven't played Mario Sunshine and I haven't played the Link game. Like, it's not a Zelda game, it's a Link game. Right, exactly. Ocarina of Time. I haven't played that. Just looking at pictures online. Castletown looks like a carnival, like a fair. Like, I understand it has a castle and everything, but you're not gonna be living in the castle. You're gonna be living, among the common people. And the common people, it looks like you're just at a fair. And I don't really want to live. Like, it seems really loud and like noisy. And I mean, dogs are great. I love that, but I don't like. It just seems like it's not the place I would like to live. Super Mario Sunshine, it's an island resort village. I would say it's the most cleanest out of all of them, of the three, I would think. I know that Bowser Jr. is, like, painting up the fucking shit, but...
There are monsters in that fucking ink. There are ghosts living in the hotel that's on the island. I just want to be clear here about that's actually another point. There are ghosts in the hotel. So if we're going to be staying
opposed to zombies? In Castletown, and then fucking Silent Hill, the demons in Silent Hill.
I can't disagree with Silent Hill. There will be demons in Silent Hill, but if you help the child,
I'm pretty sure there are only
Castletown,
demons in Silent Hill. There's no one else there.
You'll get a weird person speaking to you in cryptic messages who will eventually just disappear. So keep that in mind.
Granted,
none of these are being sold. They're actually all actively being made worse. And Silent Hill seems like the most predictable of
Here's what I'll say. So I I think I like... Here's the thing with Silent Hill. It reminds me of Seattle. And I kind of like that vibe.
Okay.
I mean, like, in terms of, like, the weather. Like, it's misty, you know, it's cloudy. There's no, like, real sunshine.
It randomly becomes hell, just like Seattle.
Randomly becomes hell. You know, and, like, okay, so the people, they might not be the most friendly, you know, but you avoid people. Yeah, you just avoid them. You're fine. It's no big deal. Board up your house, naturally. So no one can get inside. I think it's a good place. Like,
those fucking nurses who don't have faces, who contort all weird, like, and they move towards you with knives. I just want to be sure that we're
hot. They're also hot. Is the problem?
Don't get sick, and you never have to go to the hospital where they are.
But what if you want to because they're hot?
Well, then, you can go there, and that's where they're hot.
Okay,
right.
Perfect.
I agree.
Hot,
also, Pyramid Man.
Hot girl summer, everybody.
Pyramid Man definitely is, like, at the strip club, and he's stripping, for sure.
With his giant sword. Pyramid Head will kill you.
He doesn't even need the club, honestly. He's just fucking out here.
Daddy can kill me any day. Daddy Pyramid Head can kill me if he wants.
Summer.
Come decapitate me, Daddy.
Okay. So what I'm hearing right now is that we want to turn Castletown to where we send our enemies. Am I understanding this correctly?
Yeah, so what we do is we send them there because we lure them in with a false sense of security with dogs.
Yeah.
And then we allow them to be utterly destroyed and then also
exactly.
become zombies.
It's a false sense of security. You give them hope and you take it away. That's like what you do with your enemies.
Castletown is the long game.
We're sending them to Castletown. Yeah. The end goal, the end result, we're sending them to Castletown in the future where there's re-deads. I should get my world right here. There's re-deads who scream at them and then jump on them and hunt them to death. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Perfect.
That sounds, yeah.
That's
and, like, you would go visit, I would, have a vacation, what is it called? Timeshare in Super Mario Sunshine. And I would live in Silent Hill.
So we're splitting a timeshare in Delfino Island. Okay,
If there's a choice between living in Delfino Island and living in Silent Hill, I'm going to say I'm going to live in Delfino Island. Even... I think Silent Hill's a temporary thing. You don't stay there for a while.
Even with all your ghosts.
That's even
So basically what we're saying is you're going back to taking a vacation in Silent Hill to work some shit out.
I feel like Tyler's case is appropriate. I feel like if I just think about Silent Hill like Seattle, I'm like, all right, we'll go see the scenic...
I mean, you could listen, okay?
Out, go to Seattle, hit up the fucking nightclubs where Pyramid Head and the hot nurses are. Fucking done. Basically.
I mean, because, like, where would you work in Delfino? I don't know. You'd have to work at the resort, at the hotel, where you also live.
There's an amusement park,
and it's like, okay,
you could work at the amusement park.
I could be a carny. I'm gonna be a carny, and also a mystic. I want to talk to the ghosts and exercise them.
Yeah, there's
my side hustle.
There is a town there, so there's commerce. Okay. They sell fruits. You could go sell fruit.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
you could be a Yoshi herder.
Is there like a market for that though? I mean, I feel like if everyone there is selling fruit.
Well, the tourists, Tyler, they're coming through. The
tourists.
Yoshis. You feed their Yoshis
so you want me to live?
Fruit. They eat the fruit. They start spitting up juice everywhere for some reason. You're like, that's what
so you want me to live where tourists live?
That.
Listen, there's no tourists in Silent Hill.
That's what I'm saying.
No one wants to go there.
We'll be the tourists. It's like an undiscovered gem. We'll get there before it blows up.
Okay. You're selling me on this. We could build our empire.
Yeah, we could
on Delfino.
We could make Delfino work because all you have to do is get artisanal, farm to table, bespoke experiences.
Yeah,
that's it.
Perfect.
No one tell my cousin about this. I love my cousin dearly, but he lives in Hawaii, and he sells kimchi.
I was gonna say Hawaii,
in which I think is similar to and he just sells kimchi, and that's his job. And I'm like, if he can make it work, we can make it work on Delfino.
Yeah.
Damn.
You can have a weird dream.
Okay,
job.
I'm in. Okay, I'm switching. I'm no longer living in Silent Hill. That's my vacation home. It's timeshare in Silent Hill.
Yep.
Because, listen, okay, it's like the opposite. Silent Hill is like the opposite. It's like when you want to get away from all the fucking tourists and bullshit, go to Silent Hill. There's no one there, really.
It's just you.
You know?
And your demons.
It's just you.
All right.
And your own personal demons.
I feel like
my dead wife.
I think we did it.
When you play Ocarina of Time, you're going to be like, wow, fucking Castletown was way better than Olivia described it. Like, she said it was some fucking hell with dogs, but it's actually really nice there. So just want to put that caveat now when you guys go listen to this episode in 5 years after you played Ocarina of Time that I didn't do a good job selling it, and that's on me.
Yeah, we'll see.
Ocarina of Time is just the long game. Like, we're committing our enemies to playing a fully fleshed RPG from 1997, basically, is what we're saying.
And they're gonna go to hell.
Which for some people, yeah, at the end. But that doesn't happen today. They have to first play through the whole thing, and then they get to the end, and then they go to hell.
Because you have to, like, get them accustomed to the lifestyle, and, like, okay, this is what it is now. Like, this is such a nice place. And then they get to see the ruin of their own demise.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm with it.
Okay. Great. So enemies are going to Castletown. We're setting up shop in Delfino Island, and we're taking some vacay time in Silent Hill.
I didn't expect it to go this way. I really thought Delfino Island was where we would send our enemies. I'm a fool. I failed.
It's too obvious. I wanna live Moss all the time. Okay. Are you guys ready for our next set of 3?
Next.
Okay, so for our next set of 3, we have our first wild card, a very broad choice. It is Albion from the Fable series.
Oh.
We also have just the hallway from PT.
Oh, damn.
Great.
Okay.
And we have Ilios, in parentheses, Greece, basically, from Overwatch.
The PT hallway is the one that I'm like, where does that go? That's the hard one for me.
Yeah, because if you're in the hallway, where do you sleep? And, like, where are your amenities? You have a bathroom. You can take a shower. You can brush your teeth.
Can you really take a shower if there's fucking that baby crying the entire time? If there's that baby corpse crying?
You just move the baby outside into the hallway.
And there's a hole in the fucking wall, and it's just looking at you. Like, what's her name looking at you the other thing, being like, you're taking a shower because she's a pervert.
Oh, there was a fridge hanging from the ceiling at one point, so there's food somewhere.
It's filled with blood, though, isn't it?
You know, you have to, like, turn the corner 45 times and then you reach the fridge.
Yeah. So
you have a telephone, so you could talk to your friends.
Perfect.
You know,
there's cigarettes. I'm pretty sure there's cigarettes. There's
like the lady our
roommate?
Is she our roommate, or is she hunting us constantly? Because if she's our roommate, that's
I want to say she's our roommate, but she's just has no personal boundaries.
Your roommate could be hunting you, right? That's what roommates do, right?
I guess.
Is watch you while you're in the bathroom and chase you down.
It's hunting, it's just stalking,
hover
right? It's just like really stalking.
You know,
this sitcom situation where it's your roommate who's the demon who's like hunting you and like looking at you through the bathroom is very appealing to me right now. So
just waiting for you to lower your guard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then our dead baby is just sitting there in the bathroom, and you're just like, God, can you, like, Karen? I forget her name. I don't know what her name is, but it's like, Karen, please take this. Come on, I gotta take a shower.
Please take your child.
Is the baby paying rent? Because I feel like the baby's behind on rent payments. And, you know, maybe for that reason we put him in the bathroom, because you don't get to fucking share a bedroom if you're not going to pay for it, okay? Like, it's expensive to keep the AC going. It's the middle of summer, baby. Are you kidding me?
Well, you know that electricity is not being paid for because you have the lights are very off and on.
They turn on sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So that has to be fine.
This may be a very specific thing to Tempe, Arizona, but I don't know if you guys ever had that SRP thing where like you would pay by the card and it would be like you did have that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm honest with you, but I haven't done that.
I can't remember what it's called. It's like an electric thing where it's like you pay
Empower.
Empower. No. It was Empower, I think.
Is it Empower?
Yeah, you're basically paying as you're going. This is a tangent, and I'm just imagining that's the situation they're dealing with, where it's like, oh shit, we have to go to the store and refill our fucking power card so we can pay for our electricity. God damn it, Karen, put the baby away. Like, and it's just the whole situation. So I'm really drawn to this idea.
So so this means we live in the PT hallway. We live there. Mm-hmm. And this makes sense because when you get out of the hallway, you now live in Silent Hill. So theoretically, if you go outside, you're basically taking a vacay.
I mean, like, there's windows, right? So you could crawl out the window. She's
looking at you through those windows.
You could order Uber Eats and get things delivered to your house.
Yeah, I bet
Tell
Uber
Amazon
Eats
open the window
Hill is fine. You know they deliver. Yeah. You know Amazon delivers to fucking Silent Hill.
Is the trash bag that lives in that room who talks to you? Is that also your roommate?
Yeah.
Like a little Okay, cool.
He's just the one who never comes out of his room. You have to go to him.
He smokes a lot of weed, so he's got to stay in the garage.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Or the basement or whatever.
Wherever your weed smokers go.
Yeah, I don't know. Crack a goddamn window, paper bag. I don't know what you're doing in there. I'm gonna get you some fucking Febreze.
Okay. So then, if we're living in the hallway in PT,
yes.
Where in Albion are we going?
Anywhere you want to go, baby.
I don't remember much about Albion. I remember, like, it's a place. It's vaguely British.
It's super vague.
Well, so I don't remember the names of anything, despite being someone who greatly enjoyed the Fable series. I feel kind of like a sham. So there's a couple of options here. So I believe one of the places was called Homestead. Don't quote me. Please don't write in corrections about this. And the Homestead was like a perfect house and like a beautiful meadow that was behind a demon door, and it was meant to be like so wonderful and perfect that no one, like, it was like unfathomably serene and lovely, and you could live there, and it was really nice. There also was several marshes filled with corpses, so you have a lot of options depending on how you're feeling, you know, about your friends.
Okay, what about in Fable, I think it's 3, you know, you've brought this up before, Rebecca, where you like pause the game and then it brings you to like a pocket dimension with all your shit in it.
I want to live in the pocket. Well, I like vacationing in the pocket dimension in the sense of like I could just like check in and look at all my money, and then like check in and look at all my clothes, and I have a butler, and he just lives in there all the time. So I don't want to live in the pocket dimension, but I want to visit the pocket dimension. So does that mean that the pocket dimension can be where you go on vacation? Because this means that you have to send your enemies to Ilios, which maybe is okay if there's a lot of Lucios there, because I assume
there's that big hole in the middle of the map.
Yeah,
and they just get
who wants to
dropped
fucking live there? That's unfair. They have to live there. They have to live there with a team of 6 Lucios.
Oh god!
Versus
yeah, pump it up, and it's just them repeating their fucking emotes.
Oh my
god! So I started looking up. This is the tangent again. I'm just full of them today. I was looking up fucking Fable to try to get an idea of like, okay, where are the places in Fable? And there's a fucking card game called Fable Fortune. Have you heard of it? Wow, I missed this entirely.
Yes. There was like a motion game, like a Kinect Fable game too. There's like a lot of real weird bastard games in the Fable franchise.
I wish they
and
did
every E3 we have to sit through another year with no new Fable IP.
Well, okay, you remember that one like Fable? It's like the one where like one person's a dungeon master and the rest are all going through it. It's like I really would have liked that game. I feel like it sucks that didn't actually happen.
I feel like after Lionhead got dissolved, it was. I don't know. And I wonder if it was remade, like they took up the IP again and handed it to a new team, would it have the same British humor I feel like
Chicken Chaser? How many of that would you get? Probably not enough.
Chaser.
Ugh. That sucks. That would be a con for any kind of visiting of Albion. Is if I have to get called Chicken Chaser one more time, I'm literally gonna lose it.
That one guy is calling you Chicken Chaser all the time. So
I know.
You have to keep that in mind.
Every time.
That could be a punishment. Is you just have to be. Well, and then there was like Fable 2 had that weird thing where you go to a prison, like in the middle of it. You just fucking go to prison for a while.
Yeah.
In the middle of the city.
Yeah. You go to the Spire and they like shave your hair off and you get really buff, which sucks because I didn't want my character to be buff. Anyway.
Do you get to keep the dog from Fable 2? Do I have to kill the dog? Because I won't do that.
Why would you have to kill the dog?
I've never killed the dog.
Does that happen in Fable 2? I'm somehow, for some reason, the dog dies or something.
Well, so what happens at the end is like the big bad goes to shoot you and your dog like jumps in front of the bullet to save you. And then at the end you get like 3 wishes, and the wish is like all the money in the world, everybody who's died to be resurrected, I think, and your dog to come back. But you can only pick one. You can't get all of them. And I've only ever picked the dog because I don't care about money or anyone else.
Yeah, the dog's my best friend. So fuck him. I've already bought everything in town. I can buy no more things. So the dog is my bestie. Okay, cool. So the dog is with us.
Yes.
And I will live in PT in vacation and see my dog in Fable, and send my enemies to Ilios to fall in the hole.
Yeah, that seems
right.
Okay.
What do you think? Tracks. No, that tracks. Okay. I'm in agreement with this.
Are we giving Ilios due? I feel like I like.
I was gonna say I haven't played too much of Overwatch to really like understand what Ilios would be like. So
it's Greece.
it's just Greece.
Basically.
But like
Future Greece.
if there's a bunch of Lucios there, I don't know if I'd want to go there though.
I guess technically we have no idea what would be there, but just generally there at least is one Lucio. Sometimes two Lucios.
I'll feel comfortable if we all agree that we're playing No Limits and it's them as a normal person and then 11 Lucios all emoting at the same time. I'm cool with that. Sending my enemies there.
Look at this team. We're going to do great.
Okay, but now I'm looking at Ilios and I'm like, okay, it definitely looks like Greece. It looks like a really clean, cute little town.
When
but
you
11 Lucios.
get pulled in that hole and then tell me it's cute. Get knocked in by a Zarya, fucking ult, and then tell me it's cute, Tyler.
Well,
or a fucking loose
dude. What is that like spaceship on the It's on a building. There's a spaceship on a building next to a windmill.
It's future Greece.
It's future.
Okay.
It's the future
Okay.
Overwatch world.
All right. Whatever.
Don't question it. It's the future. Future.
I got you.
I see.
It's very good.
All right.
Thank you.
Next, I'm in agreement.
Okay.
Send our enemies.
We're sending people we hate to go be harassed by 11 Lucios until they fall into the hole. And then they get respawned at the spaceship and have to do it again.
That's a short story of like a person being yelled at, like just being surrounded by Lucios, and they decide to kill themselves, and they just respawn, and that's what the short story ends. We're gonna have to write this.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like that we basically made Overwatch a horrible dystopia, which it actually kind of is. All right. So for the next set of 3, I didn't look in advance to see what they were. So we have Timber Hearth from Outer Wilds. That's your starting zone for people that are interested. We also have Valentine from Red Dead Redemption 2. And we have as our last choice Novac from Fallout New Vegas.
Let's look up.
Man, Novac's fucking cool. Novac's got a giant T-Rex on it. Think about it. Your buddy Boone's there. You can kill that old lady.
I don't want to kill the old lady.
She fucking she sold Boone's wife to slavers.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the person that owns the lady that works in the gift shop.
That's her.
Oh shit, I forgot that storyline. Yeah. I never take Boone anywhere. It's been a minute. Oh shit. Okay, well then we have to kill her. Well then we're killing her and taking over the dinosaur, and now we run Novac. So I guess that means we live there because now we run a dino motel.
And then you have the one guy who teaches you how to do like the extra moves. Tyler, I'm sorry we're excluding you. This is like a Fallout New Vegas minute here.
Yeah. I understand that. Novac is not my place to live. Sorry. I'm gonna disagree. I like the T-Rex. But that's the only saving point of that town. Unfortunately,
that's okay.
It's very desolate. Very what are you gonna do there? There's nothing to do. The T-Rex is novel. Well, yeah, but it's how long are you gonna do that until you're really bored?
Then you go to Prim. Is that the one that gets Prim's? What's the one that gets destroyed? Fuck.
Because Prim's before Novac, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because Prim's Slim. I forgot. Okay, and then
yeah, because you go Prim and then Novac and then what? I thought don't you go right to the strip after Novac? Or no, because you go to
Novac and then you go to the Mojave Outpost, the
one that's all the way with the guy. Yeah,
and then you get those two, and then there's the one that's destroyed. That's where you meet Caesar's Legion, and then everything's on fire, and you meet the guy who's like, I won.
Oh shit! Yeah, and they had all the people on. They were all crucified. Shit! I don't remember what that place is called. I just remember Caesar being, or it wasn't Caesar? It was
Volpes or whatever.
There we go. And he shows up and he's like, "What's up, bitch? We're here, Legion." We're not mad at you right now, so peace. That's it. That's the interaction.
That's what you do, Tyler, whenever the world is desolate. And then you go to Good Springs and just chill with your buddy.
Oh, okay.
Cheyenne, who's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That means I can get arcade. We can be best friends. I love arcade. That's all I want.
I'm definitely living in Valentine for sure. I love Outer Wilds. I love Timber Hearth. But also it runs into the same problem of Novac where it's super small and there's only so much you can do. It's very cute. It's got a waterfall. Everyone there who lives there is very nice. But I'm a person who wants entertainment, and Valentine will bring me entertainment.
You might get
cholera. There are people drunk.
Can we huh? What does Arthur get? Does he get cholera or he gets
tuberculosis?
Tuberculosis.
Yeah.
So that's a risk. So I just want to make sure that that's included in this conversation.
True, it's still a risk today in our world.
But it's
You
more of
can
a
still get
risk back in the 1800s.
In that world, yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm not living past 30 in that world anyway, so it's fine. Like, I got 2 more years, technically. You know? Like, so what? Yeah, exactly.
You can go to space.
But what I'm saying is, like, I would... Huh?
You can go to space from Timber Hearth.
I can also fly into the sun. It's true.
And into a black hole.
That's literally what I would do. I would literally be like, I want to go to this planet, and I'll like fly to the sun instead.
So I feel like there's 2 takes here, right? There's the take that you could become a singularity with the beauty of the universe and like be at all of everything that has existed, will ever exist, and will ever be for the history of all time. And then everybody fucking dies. This shit sucks ass. There's 2. Pick one.
Also, anglerfish. You go to anglerfish hell.
Ugh.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I would like Outer Wilds is amazing. It's an amazing game. I love it. But if I have to live in Timber Hearth or Valentine, I feel like Valentine is just more fun. It's just more entertaining, more fun. It's lively. And like, I don't know.
Using the same logic as used on Ilios, you could technically say you want to send your enemies to Timber Hearth, assuming that they would not break out of the cycle of dying every 20 minutes and then thus have to subject to themselves to dying every 20 minutes, except no one else knows what's happening.
I'm okay with this because
Correct.
I'm going to fight for New Vegas to not be the place you send your enemies to. So
I'm
on board.
I want to go to New Vegas. No. We're living in New Vegas. Well, Tyler's living in Valentine, but Olivia and I are running the Dino Motel in Novac.
See? This is what I'm saying. So you guys can come to my place in Valentine, and I can go to your hotel because the dinosaur, like I go and visit that for like it's good for like a week or weekend, whatever. But like not for my whole life.
The best part is both of them are hokey Western towns, so you literally do not have to change your clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
You can wear the same shit in both realities.
Cowboy
I think
hat all
we
the
figured
time.
it out. Yeah. I think we fucking figured it out. Is
Perfect.
What I'm
We
I
good?
like that one's.
So wait,
That
do we all
was
need?
a good one.
Are the rules of this that we all need to agree, or are we all? Can we all individually choose what we want? I just want to make sure.
I mean, I think we can all individually
Yeah, we
choose, but
could-
so far we've been in like an agreement
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
until
Fight to
like
the
now
death
where I
over
said,
Novac.
you know.
Tyler,
I get it.
Tyler, it's called Novac because it's an old hotel and the no vacancy sign fell off, and then so it took me like literal years to realize that's why it was called Novac, and I felt like a fool after I'd realized what had
I would have
happened.
not figured that out myself either. So thank you for
No
telling me.
vacancy. All right, we ready for our next set of 3?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I may have to roll again just in case some of these are duplicates. All right, so our first one is Earth, but in the Metal Gear Solid universe.
Oh man, that's
Okay.
awesome. That's really hard
Okay.
to top. Okay.
That's really, really broad. Okay. We also have Rapture, pre-terrible monster people. That was the added caveat.
Okay.
From Bioshock. And our last one is Montreal from the Deus Ex Human Revolution universe.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
I love how these are very like.
These are like game states, I guess.
Yeah, I love how these game states, and they're basically almost cyberpunk in a way. The one that doesn't fit is Metal Gear Solid. But Metal Gear Solid could be
it's pretty
cyberpunk, though.
There's a cyber ninja,
Yeah.
Tyler. There's a fucking cyber ninja.
Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance is secretly the best game in the series.
So
Fight me.
that's what I was gonna say. Is like, are we living in the Revengeance like timeline? Is that what's happening here? Is that the Metal Gear we're talking about, where it's like the PMCs have taken over the world?
It could be any. It literally just says Metal Gear Solid, so I guess that could mean the game, the first one, or just the series.
Like, part of me is like,
whatever you
oh,
want.
do you want to go live in Shadow Moses? Like, because that seems weird. You want to go live with your dogs and fucking Sniper Wolf? Or, like, on the big shell with fucking, God, Vamp and Emma? I know too much about Metal Gear. Or you could go back to, like, the 1960s and you could live in, like, Groznygrad or whatever it's called, the fucking Russian place. Or you could live in Metal Gear Acid, where there's cards and it's a card game. There's a lot of Metal Gear options here.
I mean, it's the whole Earth. It's the whole ass Earth. You can go wherever you can live
anywhere.
where you're living right now, and like
this
would still be
includes
Metal
the
Gear.
Gaiden games like Acid as well. I just want to be sure.
Yeah, whatever. Metal Gear, the franchise, we'll say.
The whole Metal Gear.
I love the concept that I could choose to live exactly where I'm living right now, except the world around me is Metal Gear. Like, I think that that's a very interesting ploy, and I like it.
My only concern about living in Metal Gear world is being caught in the crossfire. I just don't want to be in a place of destruction.
What are those fucking, like, things that make, like, horse noises or, like, cow noises? Like, bull noises. Like, the things that are, like, a platform. They're just, like, have a machine gun on them. They're, like, 2 legs. They're kind of like a Metal Gear Ray without the head. They're in 4. I don't know if you guys played 4.
Oh, no.
Fuck. Okay, because those are like all over the place in 4, and it's like that's the future. That probably around like the time frame that we're living in. So that's kind of what I imagine. Like those things are just like everywhere, and it's like, oh, you pissed off. It's like RoboCop. It's like you pissed off the automated defense thing, and it shot you in the face. Game over.
That's not the future that I want.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very fun. It doesn't sound.
But then you come back as a robot
like,
ninja. Think about that, Tyler. You could become a cybernetic ninja.
I do like the concept of becoming a cyber ninja, especially because of that sequence at the beginning where Raiden wears a sombrero and a serape.
Do you remember when he like it's in 4 and he like fucking stops he stops like a tanker like just with his hands? Yeah, it's so good. That scores a lot of points. Rapture is where we send the enemies, right? I feel like Rapture's. I don't know how you guys feel about Rapture, but I feel like that's a net negative.
I would want to maybe vacation. It does say pre-monsters.
It does say pre-monsters.
So this is before the downfall. So right now you're living with a lot of ego. It's everyone kind of like going off doing their own things. You have the surgeons who are just going off and doing whatever the heck they want. So like you could change your, if you think about it, they have the most advanced science in the entire world because they're doing things no one else is doing because they're not following any morals.
You could get Big Daddy though. You could just get abducted.
You could get Big Daddy. I'm thinking it's where you go to vacation. Like, you don't want to stay there, but it's a neat city. Like, look outside the window. It's fucking the ocean, Cool. People, look at that guy. He's shooting electricity from his hand. And, like, look at this garden full of bees. Bees.
Bees. Lots of bees.
But I don't know.
Right behind you.
You wouldn't want to live there, I don't think.
I guess like if you sent your enemy to like a libertarian, like because all my enemies are dangerous and they're capable, they could probably like do really well in Rapture. So maybe we shouldn't send them there.
I mean basically they turn into Fontaine.
Right, exactly.
They'd have a Fontaine. They would have to contend with Fontaine though. Fontaine might take them out. And also like Andrew Ryan, he's gonna be, if it's correct of what I'm thinking, Andrew Ryan's everywhere. Like just like he has, the ultra speakerphone or whatever, and like he could be in your house talking to you because he has to make announcements throughout the entire city, right? Am I wrong?
That tracks.
Yeah. Would you kindly?
Would you kindly all attend dinner tonight? Big soiree starts at 8.
Okay, since I have to go to
What was the third option?
So our options were Earth from Metal Gear Solid Rapture and then Montreal from Deus Ex Human Revolution. Specifically the Montreal section. Not the Detroit section or the Hong Kong? Did he go to Hong Kong? I kind of forget.
Man, I remember Hong Kong being cool because there's like that club that's like a honeycomb.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Montreal is where you start, right? So that's where wow, I'm a little frosty on this game. The inventor and Adam is the bodyguard of that guy, and I didn't ask for this.
Right.
Is that in Montreal or is that in Detroit?
I remember where was like the really racist like woman who's like doesn't have a home? Was that in Detroit? Or was that in Montreal? So. That's like the only thing I can remember about that like opening scene, like about those two places.
I thought it was in Montreal. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Oh man, this is rough. Seraph.
None of these are like.
Okay.
Yeah, so, Seraph.
So
all I could think of was Eidos.
So the research lab is in Detroit. So.
Okay.
That seems like where you start. Yeah.
Okay. Then you go to Montreal. Okay.
So I feel like I'm down to vacation in Bioshock in Rapture. I don't know. That's my personal feeling. Oh, the good Rapture. I don't want to go there after all the bullshit happens.
It also implies you have to be wealthy because you don't want to be in the shitty part of Rapture. Like you don't.
That's true.
You want to vacation
you don't want to be in
like
the slums.
the nice part. Yeah.
You don't want to be in the
like,
service area.
Yeah.
Because racism. For
So
whatever reason,
you have to have money in Rapture. Is what we'll say.
No, it's very true. So thinking of it that way, like I don't know if I could afford Rapture. I might be in the slums in Rapture, which might not be good. I mean, like I don't know. Couldn't live there.
I suppose. I mean, that we could use.
Visit.
We could use the same logic that we used for several of these, which is playing the long game of sending your enemies there and then assuming that they'll not turn into.
They'll die. Yeah.
Or they'll get.
Or like they just ruin themselves being addicted to plasmids. Yeah, or getting taken up by Big Daddy.
Yeah.
So one thing I know I was super hot on Metal Gear, but I'm like, if you could send your enemy there as like a genome soldier or one of like the grunts, that'd be kind of good because those motherfuckers ain't gonna make it. They're gonna get dead. Snake's gonna get them. Ryan's gonna get them.
They're gonna get got.
They're gonna get got. So, like, if I have the option to send them somewhere like where they're gonna get got, I'm cool with that.
Okay, so then theoretically, if we're sending our enemies to generically the Metal Gear Solid universe, we're vacationing in Rapture, and does that mean we have to live in the Deus Ex world? That kind of sucks. It's like the future. It's like 2027, isn't it? So it's really like not that far off for us.
Can you imagine though if you had those little like eyeglasses things? Wouldn't that be cool?
I'm only living there
totally
if I
worth
get
it.
the eyeglasses. Yeah, so that's a good question because if we are living in the Deus Ex universe, does this mean we have Adam Jensen level augmentations?
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna have Adam Jensen level augmentations because he's very like militarized, but like we'll have everyday people augmentations, things to calculate the tip.
Are the sunglasses included? Can I have little sunglasses things? That's what I want. If I can't have that, then I'm not living there.
If I don't get sunglasses,
I'm fairly certain. Yeah, and I'm sure Adam Jensen sells it, as his own brand line of sunglasses.
I can't remember if it's in the first game or the second game, but there's like that like pheromone reader where it's like, oh, the person would like this answer, and that'd be kind of useful to have if you were like trying to like sweet talk your way into something and be like have the pheromone reader. So that's another plus. I'll live in this Deus Ex universe.
True.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. So we'll live in Deus Ex. We'll take a little vacay to Rapture before it goes to shit, and then we'll just send our enemies to get destroyed by Solid Snake. That sounds correct.
Mm-hmm. They're genome
correct.
soldier.
Yes.
Perfect.
What an awesome way to go out. Fucking karate chop by Solid Snake.
They better be the guy like Johnny Sasaki or whatever his name is, who just like shits himself. Like that's the one I want them to be.
Okay.
Come at me, liquid snake.
Ew.
Snake. Okay. All right. So for our next selection, let me check and see what we have. All right. So we have the United States, specifically from the universe of Death Stranding.
Oh no.
Okay.
What number did I write? Oh. We also have Midgard, specifically from Grand Theft Auto. Sorry, that's the one right below it. That's the one right below it. God of War for the PS4.
Okay.
And then we also have number 40, which is Yharnam from Bloodborne.
Oh, okay.
So we have the United States circa Death Stranding. We have the Midgard, the version of Midgard from God of War, the new one. And we have Yharnam.
Well, here's my take. I'm definitely sending my enemies to the fucking Death Stranding because I don't know what the hell is going on in America at that time and place.
Okay.
Like, get got there.
You could be Heartman. Think about that, Tyler. You could die every 21 minutes and come back to life.
Could I? I don't know about that.
With a defibrillator outside of your chest, which is not how defibrillators
I
work
really
anyway. But
don't. Yeah, I really don't want to carry a baby around with me in like a liquid lava lamp thing.
There have to be other jobs, right? Like that, there has to be more than one profession.
Dying president of the United States. That's my profession.
But if you don't have one of those babies, then you... If you don't have one of those babies, though, no matter what you do, you're going to get got by some invisible hand thing.
You're like a little robot guy.
They're a necessity.
Yeah.
But how reliable is that?
Does the robot guy run on the power of the baby? I thought that it ran on baby power.
I don't know.
Y'all, have you...
I think there's only one baby, though. Norman Reedus only has the one baby, right? No one else has it. So
no one else has it. I like the concept of Heartman because I like the concept that you die and then you also like commune with the spirits until you are resuscitated, and that's just what your life is like. Like I feel like that adds a lot of variety to life in general. It'd be really hard to get stuff done though. But it's like it's like a built-in Pomodoro timer, is what I'm saying.
There's like a Tim Rogers video for Kotaku where he's like talking about like just everything related to Death Stranding, and one of the things he's like, oh, you don't know how to pause a video, so you're like, all of his movies are like 20 minutes long, so it's like I only watch 20-minute long videos. That could be your life. And I just keep thinking about that. Like, you don't know how to do anything except for in 20-minute increments, so it's just like you don't know how to put things on hold or like put things down, so it's like you're very efficient with your time.
Okay, I still don't want to live in that fear though. Not for me, fam. I'd rather live in Midgard. My only concern with that would be the weird mysticism that surrounds it, because a god could just show up at any time and blow my whole house away or something. I don't know.
Yeah, your chances are pretty fucking high of just like the dude's gonna come and try to beat you up, or like, you know what?
Yeah,
like, two folks are fighting and then it's like, oh shit, my house got destroyed. Like,
right?
The cavern opened up and now I'm just we brought this dead giant back to life. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like an ogre comes and like eats me. You know, like that's what I'm worried about living in Midgard or like visiting Midgard. But it's a pretty cool place, hazards. You know?
Yeah.
But maybe but that also means like I could maybe learn some protection spells that will ward things away. And you know. So I wouldn't mind living there or vacationing there. And then what was the other one?
The other one was Yharnam.
Yharnam.
Our favorite place from our very popular, extremely awesome web series called Kochi Corner.
Is there universal health care there?
I believe we've decided that they're unionizing. Like, they're working on it. Like, there's a lot of bills in the House. I don't know if they're going to get passed, but there's a really big underground movement, I feel like, that's really rising up in the city, especially, and maybe like a little in the rural, not quite as much out there, but definitely in the city. It's getting pretty liberal because they just have a lot of public like cleanup work to do. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, they don't have a lot of worth for public transportation either. So I'm worried about my commute to work.
It's not great. It's not great
better.
Like,
yeah,
things are improving.
It is
slowly.
They're reopening streets. They're setting dogs on fire so you can see at nighttime. So nighttime driving is super safe right now.
And you know exactly where to avoid because you don't want to be by the dogs that are on fire.
Yeah, there's public transit now from Yharnam to Canehurst, so you're good there.
Or you just get grabbed and teleported by the big guys. That's
yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
My only concern is they don't really have a lot of what's the correct terminology for it? But if you're disabled, you don't really have a place. You can't really get around.
It's not really
just like
right. It's not
very accessible city. No, like you gotta have 2 legs that function or something.
Yeah,
they are not accommodating.
And there's like a lot of people in wheelchairs, and so it's really surprising that it's like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
it is kind of an older area to live in, like just population wise, the age.
Think of the fucking
great.
deals you can get property.
Well, that's what I was
cheap.
gonna bring up. It's so cheap there. You know, you have to think about real estate when you're gonna be moving someplace. So, you know, it's really dirt cheap now, and it can only really go up. And so that means your property value is gonna skyrocket and go through the roof. And like maybe in 10 years, if you survive, you could like sell it for a small penny, and who knows? Or
perfect.
I don't know. You could also maybe rent out the chapel. They have a church there, you know.
They have like 10 churches.
They have so many churches.
I'm gonna raise the area where Dark Beast Parl is. Like once he's dealt with, I'm gonna like build a high rise there and then turn a bunch of those into Airbnbs.
I'm glad we're becoming petty bourgeois, and like
yeah.
I'm glad that like you brought up the church thing, because here in Buffalo there's like a lot of abandoned churches that have just become property of the city.
Ooh.
And so it's like, you want to run a church, you want to buy a church for real cheap. Like people are opening up things in churches, and that's like my dream, to own a weird old Gothic church and set some shit up in it. So I want to live in Yharnam.
Okay,
I think I might as well.
Yeah, I think we could make it better. You know what I mean? Like collectively,
you could clean it
the
up.
three of us.
Yeah,
yeah, we could run for like public office. You know, we could go to the meetings. I think we should totally do it.
Change starts small, locally.
Yes.
I can finally become friends with that machine gun guy. It can finally happen.
There you go. We're the grassroots Yharnam movement right here. Okay, so if you live in Yharnam, we're kind of torn between, do you vacation? I mean, I guess by default you have to vacation in Midgard.
That's what I'm
right?
saying.
Because are we sending everybody that we don't like to the Death Stranding world to be sucked up by the whatever is happening there?
That's where I'm sending my enemies.
That I don't really understand.
Because we don't understand really what's going on yet, and like I don't want to deal with that. Like I understand Midgard's supernatural, and so is Yharnam to an extent, but
yeah,
Death Stranding supernatural is like apocalyptic and has no logic to it.
There's no rules, just right.
There's no rules.
Have it your way in the Death Stranding version of the United States of America. Okay, so then that I guess.
Are you guys sure you don't want a baby? Because you can get a baby if you go to Death Stranding. If we vacation, and they're just giving them away right now.
I do like the concept of vacationing in Death Stranding. Like, I kind of don't want to send my enemies to Midgard because I also want to go there, but then I also kind of want to go to Death Stranding too. So, I don't know. If I have to send my enemies somewhere, can I, like, check on them? Do I get the option to, like, is there, like, you know, visiting hours?
A one-way portal
them in their
to
house?
see what they're dealing with?
Yeah. Just so I can, like, check
you
out
could
what's
send them
the
to
latest.
Hades. Like, or what's the shitty part? What is there under...
Oh,
it is
yeah, like
Hades.
Muspelheim.
Oh, yeah, Helheim or whatever.
I thought it was.
whatever.
Is it? I thought it was just Hades because I
think that's the Greek one. I'm getting confused, or the whatever.
Yeah,
I'm getting confused.
the Greek one is Hades. Yeah, and Hades is the guy.
Or is it Thanes?
The underworld.
Anyway, I'm thinking of something completely different. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I don't know. I still want to live in Midgard because you can go. It's like kind of like an outdoorsy adventure. Whereas the outdoors, like, fuck. But then you can also just summon a 10-foot ladder, like on command. You can just have a ladder ready to go. Just throw it up there.
I feel like it's longer than 10 feet. Like, they kind of made it just like, you want a fucking ladder? Okay, there it is. It goes as long as you need it to go. Don't ask questions.
I mean, Yharnam has its ladders, as we all know.
Is Mads Mikkelsen single in this universe?
Ooh, damn.
Is he looking?
He's dangerous.
Is he still alive?
He's looking, but
on
dangerous.
it is the question.
I mean, I accept the challenge, obviously.
You'll have to fight through his entourage of like 5 machine gun zombies.
That's fine. Can I get the gold masks? I really want one of those. And like the cool hoods. I don't know. I feel like Death Stranding for fashion. Fucking aces.
That umbrella.
Okay.
Just a non-functional umbrella.
Yeah. Death Stranding Fashion Week. Seems pretty fucking
There
cool.
could be a Yharnam Death Stranding.
And he has a mask under it? Why not?
This game's gonna be so fucking dumb. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, me too. I'm pretty stoked. Okay, so here's my pitch. I'll live in Yharnam because I'm committed to making it better, and I think it's interesting.
Yes.
So, who doesn't like interesting and committing to make it something better? I would like to... I'm going to send my enemies to Midgard because I feel like there are more interesting locations in God of War that are not Midgard. There's like all of the other realms that are not Midgard. So like if I had to pick, I would go to a different one that wasn't Midgard because there's like other cool shit happening. So that's by rights. I'm sending people to the boring one. And then I would like to vacation in Death Stranding because I want to go there to go shopping and get outfits and then go back and look fucking hella sick in Yharnam with my gold mask with a mask under it.
And bring Mads Mikkelsen back with you.
And also bring Mads Mikkelsen back with me.
If he's still alive.
I'm gonna make sure that he is.
Well, is he? This is questionable. I'm still confused.
I'm pretty sure he's not alive. He's like dead alive. He's like... How do we even talk about this game? Because it's like there's no rhyme or reason to what's happening.
Yeah, right.
Before this game comes out, we need to make a pact to do a spoiler cast about it, but also a pre-spoiler cast where we just sort of like lay out our theory about what's going to happen, and then we play it and then break it down.
We should do that.
I think that'd be really funny.
We should do that.
Okay.
Even if it's only like 10 minutes long, we should do that.
I like it.
So mine is like, as you know, we're living in Yharnam. Got to make it better.
Yes.
I'm gonna vacation in Midgard. I love it, and I'm sending my enemies.
It's an outdoors adventure.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
And I love that. I want to pretend that I'm like mask for mask, outdoorsy adventure type, and then I'm sending my enemies to Death Stranding.
Totally fine.
Olivia, where did you end up?
Man, I was with you, Tyler, but then I started thinking about the fucking gold mask and how
Hey,
you wear a mask.
there's
and a
no
gold mask.
listen, that gold mask is alluring.
It's very alluring.
There's no mask rules in fucking Death Stranding. That's why you go there to get your hunter garb that you take back to Yharnam to look fucking fly as hell.
Everyone looks very good. And like, can you imagine if I had like the Elise mask and then like also the fucking the gold mask on top of it with the stupid like umbrella?
Yeah,
it looks so good.
But then you're in like the 1700s brocade Lady Maria dress coat. Just saying. Mwah. They call it Fashion Souls for a reason. All right. Do we have time for one last singular round of whatever we're going to call this? All right. For our final round, I will be choosing 3. They are... let's see. Number 48 is Twilight Town from Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
Hopefully you guys know that place. We have Tilted Towers from Fortnite, which I don't even think is in Fortnite anymore because I think it got destroyed. Don't quote me. And then 39, which is Honor Londo from Dark Souls, the first one. It says Dark Souls 1. Not Dark Souls 3. Okay, so yeah, your choices are Honor Londo, Twilight Town, and the other one that I just said. Perfect.
So just a clarification about Tilted Towers as a person who has played Fortnite semi-recently.
Yes.
Tilted Towers became Neo Tilted Towers, which was like a futuristic cityscape. And then like had like blimps and shit, and also like a weird air tram thing that would like throw you around the game. So just want to cut off the haters beforehand.
I haven't been to Tilted Towers recently enough, so I was like not 100% sure what's new in the Tilted Towers.
What is the Dark Souls place
lexicon?
And Orlando.
Orlando. It's the home of the gods, essentially. You go there in Dark Souls 1 and 3.
It's very 1% the neighborhood. Honestly,
it is for sure.
Yeah, like you have to be upper echelon rich to be there.
I'm sorry, the god of sunlight fucking lives there. So, and also all of his children who have some problems.
I looked up how I thought Honor Orlando was spelled, and Google corrected it from Dark Souls, my fucked up spelling, to Dark Orlando. And that's all I can imagine now. It's just a very dark Orlando. That's
Dark Orlando. Perfect.
That's fine.
I think I've seen a video of this. Is there a lady on a big couch? She's very large.
I was going to say, if your first image is nice chest, like...
Amazing chest ahead.
Amazing chest ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. So that place kind of sucks ass because, so unlike Yharnam, public transit sucks. They are not clearing the roadways. There are actively a lot of things trying to murder you. Then there's like a big painting you could get sucked into, and that sucks a lot, and like 15,000 people guarding it. Not really into that. Then there's like 2 knights that hate your guts for no reason. There's the son who has a bone to pick because he was raised as a girl and has a lot of questions about who he is as a person. And then there's just a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of family drama. Like Guinevere's not even there. I don't know if I would want to hang out in Orlando.
The only saving grace of Orlando is the giant blacksmith. He's the only person who likes you.
Andre
the giant.
No, not Andre.
No, not Andre. I mean, Andre the giant exists.
Andre is the blacksmith, but not the giant. Not the giant
that exists in our world.
And also, Andre the giant is not the blacksmith.
Right. Well, but Andre, he is a giant, though, is he not? That's the giant blacksmith.
Yeah, is he?
Is Andre the first blacksmith you meet? I'm a little confused because
he's the guy that's outside of the bridge from Sen's Fortress.
Yeah, that's not him though. So there's
that's Andre.
Okay, yes, sorry.
With the
so you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mistake. So that's Andre, but the giant is the blacksmith though there.
In Orlando.
Orlando, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I don't know his name.
I don't know if he has
it. It might just be giant. Giant blacksmith.
I think it's just giant.
He's the only redeeming quality.
What is this fucking game? I'm looking up Gwendolyn.
Dark Sun Gwendolyn? Yeah. Dark Sun Gwendolyn has some shit going on.
Some gender feels for sure.
Yeah. He has a family that sucks, basically. The whole Gwyn family is just problematic. You know what I mean? They're like the Bluth family of the Dark Souls universe, essentially.
And like,
that's what I'm saying.
Your neighbor is Seath the Scaleless. You know, I don't know if I want him as my neighbor.
Yeah, he's kind of creepy. He's kind of gross.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the face. That's the mask.
That's on a body pillow. Nice.
No, I think it's like, I'm sharing this on my phone. It's not good audio, but it's like the fucking trans meme where it's like, oh, like, I don't, you guys may not be a part of the subculture. I don't know. I may have to explain some things. Sorry. I just assume that everyone knows these weird memes that I follow on the internet. It's just.
It's fine.
So.
Please teach us.
So there's Anne Orlando.
I assume Gwendolyn is some kind of trans icon.
Yeah.
See, this is selling me like on the idea. I know it's problematic and terrible, but I'm like, yeah, we should go here. We should at least visit this place.
It's worth a visit.
Yeah,
it's quite nice.
Visit. You can vacation there.
It's
boozy as shit. Like everything is pristine.
Yeah. This is the part I don't understand. Is like it seems like it's like civilized, quote unquote. Like there's like people there and like a society, but why are they trying to kill you?
Well, because you're not allowed in
there to kill them.
Well, here's the thing: you're not allowed in the castle, and your goal in the game is to get inside the castle, and they don't like you. You're trespassing, so they have every right to. They're like a shoot on sight. You know, this is a very militarized police state.
Okay, this makes sense.
Honor Orlando is a police state. Absolutely,
right?
Fucking absolutely.
So like, you have to like to the T obey the rules, or you will be impaled.
What were the other options again?
I kind of want to say
Twilight Town.
So, yeah, Twilight Town, Honor Orlando, and Tilted Towers from Fortnite.
I have not played. I haven't been to Tilted Towers. I haven't played Fortnite, so I don't really know Tilted Towers. And I don't know. I feel like I'm building my own things in Tilted Towers. It's not like they have any hotels of their own or whatever. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Neo Tilted is very nice. It's like futuristic cyber shit.
Neo Tilted.
So that I think that speaks to your whatever, I don't know the term. Speaks to your fondness.
Okay.
I think I want to live in Twilight Town.
Twilight Town's cool.
Like, I'm pretty committed. Yeah, like, it seems really nice. Like, I know they have a little bit of a heartless problem, but, like, it's not too bad. And there's people in stores and friendship and love. It just seems like a really nice place to be all the time, even though you do have to be okay with the fact that it's nighttime constantly.
Which is okay. There's always beauty in the night, you know?
That's my fucking life.
Yeah.
There's the sun.
Bring it on.
Yeah, the only concern maybe be getting your vitamin D in, but you know what? They make lamps for that now. There's pills.
Yeah, there's supplements. Yeah, it's fine.
Wait, okay, I'm confused. Is Traverse Town the one that's in Kingdom Hearts?
Oh shit, that's right. Twilight Town is the one that's in Kingdom Hearts 2, where it's not actually nighttime.
I think
is it?
Because I'm looking at I had to look it up because I was like, Traverse Town is the one that everyone lives in, and then
not Traverse, it's Twilight.
Yeah,
and I think Twilight Town is the one that Roxas is from.
I'm getting them confused.
Yeah, don't they get all stuck in there?
Twilight Town's nice, and they have sea salt ice cream.
Yeah,
very into ice cream
on the clock.
Wow, I am embarrassed that I got the two of them confused.
Dude, the names are fucking similar. I don't blame you. That's
Sorry.
like I kept thinking like Traverse Town. So.
Traverse Town, shit. Traverse Town is nighttime all the time, but yeah, there is a functioning society there. It's fine. It's nice, and you know what?
This may speak to my.
I just have to tell you, in Kingdom Hearts 3, the rat Remy from Ratatouille runs a bistro in the middle of Twilight Town.
I'm sold.
Good.
Just saying. There's public transit.
I think I'm a little confused because I thought that Twilight Town was like a creation to house Roxas. Is that not true? Is it actually like a real place?
It is a real place. It's that Roxas was not a real person. He was like a creation, and so then there's like a simulation of it at one point because he's put into like a simulated version of it. So it is a real place.
So the place that we visit at the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2 is just a simulation of what the real one is? Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
That's where I was getting confused.
But then I think you also go into a simulation while you're in the simulation, so it gets a little fuzzy.
Oh boy, Kingdom Hearts.
We're not getting into the lore.
It is always twilight there. Like the sun never rises or sets. It's just always setting, like in perpetual twilight. So there's that. It's kind of nice. So you do get your vitamin D that way, unlike Traverse Town.
You
do, and you can always have like
golden hour.
It is. Golden hour is great for Instagram.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
And like you get your nighttime picnics or your sunset picnics, like
So I think
you know,
I'm all for living in Twilight Town.
I think Twilight Town. Me too.
So then that would mean by rights you would vacation in Neo Tilted Towers? I don't know if I want a vacation in Orlando. I kind of just want to send my enemies to go get pelted off buildings by the Black Knights because fuck off.
I think that if you send your enemies to Tilted Towers, though, then they would inadvertently be murdered very quickly. Just very quickly. Like, someone would just snipe them, or like a teenager would start like doing the fucking backpack kid dance on them to death. Like, things would just happen. So that is what I'm thinking about.
It is difficult because theoretically Tilted Towers is a constant battleground, but then on Orlando everything wants to kill you. So there's really not a lot of joy to be had in either situation, I would say.
As the one person who has not played Dark Souls on this thing, I just keep thinking that everything I've seen is like there's a giant lady there's a weird femmy boy, and it's golden. So I kind of like it. I kind of want to go there.
Everything wants to murder you, including the femmy boy.
Yeah, I mean it's a very lavish place to go visit, but you have to make sure that you do not step out of line even a little bit because you will be impaled, like on site. So
if we take on Orlando as just the place, so say you go back, so the other option for on Orlando is Dark Souls 3 on Orlando, which not everything is gone. The Black Knights that want to kill you are still there. However, right, so there's no Gwen, there's no Gwendolyn, there's no Ornstein and Smaug, there's no Seat the Scaleless, but there is your favorite dude / lady, Gwendolyn, who is being eaten by a sludge monster.
Yeah.
As you do.
And there's also very big dogs whose entire face opens up to eat you in one gulp.
Puppies.
None of this has dissuaded me from wanting to visit on Orlando. So I would like to go visit there.
Okay. That's fair.
I guess
it's gorgeous.
The benefit of going to Orlando in Dark Souls 3 is that you can go to like the town beneath it. And if everything didn't want to kill you, that would be a really nice, like, Irithyll's really nice. Like, it's a nice place. I would like to live in Irithyll if everything didn't want to kill me. It's like a beautiful ice palace, kinda, but also weirdly religious. And then there's dragons and alligators and giants and stuff that all want to kill you also.
Screaming ladies.
God, I hate the screaming ladies, but I
yeah,
love their outfits.
Awful.
It's such great.
I know, they are very fashionable. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe then the consensus is we live in Twilight Town, you visit on Orlando, and then you send people to die in the hellscape called Fortnite. Backpack kid dance.
Like a teenager yells at you through their mic as they backpack kid dance on top of you to death.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That because you wouldn't want to like visit there even if it's Neo because there'd be people screaming outside your window as you're trying to like get some sleep or something, or maybe you'd be out there also screaming. I don't know, but it's very chaotic.
You'll probably be screaming it on Orlando too, but it's fine.
It's a different kind of scream. It screams of terror.
Yeah, you do get resurrected when you die. You just lose all your money. So.
Yeah. Which might be a problem because it's very, like I said, bougie. Yeah. Upper echelon.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, well, I think we made some interesting choices about places that we would go and then also send our enemies, and so I feel like we have a lot of, like, small businesses that we have to start up now, and there's a lot of questionable vacation plans we have coming up, so I hope you guys have enough PTO left in your budget to take so that we could go on our weird, Silent Hill, getting, hooked up in the club with the nurses, and also Pyramid Head. No questions asked. And then figure out some shit.
Do you guys have points, like airline points? Because I'm all out. So if you want to transfer some to me, that would be really helpful. So that way I can actually fly to Silent Hill. I don't know if there's an airport there. I'm assuming there is. So
I thought you just.
I think you have to drive. You have to fly adjacent and then drive in. Is what I've heard.
Does it like show up in your apartment? Like, do you get locked in your apartment and the hole opens?
I mean, according to Silent Hill 4, that's how it goes. You just wait till your apartment becomes a hellscape and you get locked in there. Then you go through the hole that opens up in your wall.
Joke's on them. My apartment is already a hellscape.
Boom, got him, burned him, whatever.
Got him. Boop, 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 boop. All right, shall we do some salutations?
Yeah. Yes.
For those who are new to our podcast or just tuning in or forgot or, whatever, it never hurts to have a little refresher. Salutations is where we take a few minutes to give a shout out to some things that we really like that are making our week great, that we just wanted to say, hey, this is cool, and stuff that you could check out, and I don't know, whatever. It's all kinds of stuff. It's games. I think one time I had an emotion for mine. So, there's not a lot of rules. No rules, just right, as we said. Olivia, do you want to go ahead and get us started with your salutation for this week?
Sure. My salutation for this week is poutine, the greatest food ever created. It is super good. Not good for you, but it's amazing. Concurred. Like cheese curd. I can get what you're putting down.
See.
Yeah, so, I live in Buffalo, New York, and we're right on the border of Canada. And I'm blessed with probably 20 fucking poutine places that are just all accessible. Everyone has poutine. There's vegetarian poutine, which is surprisingly difficult to get, because of the gravy. So I've been having a really good time experiencing the varied mini poutines around me. And I have this dream, long-term vision of setting up some poutine restaurants, because it seems like something that America needs more of. Do you guys like poutine? Are you fans of poutine?
I like cheese curds, but I've never... I actually am going to admit here live on the air that I have never had legitimate poutine before, but I really like cheese curds.
And fries and also gravy. So I assume put it together and it's great.
Yeah.
Right. I will say that I have not had official poutine either, only because the poutine that I've had, I don't know if it's real poutine. I kind of... if I go to Minnesota and ask for Mexican food, is it really Mexican food? No, not really. It's not gonna be the same Mexican food that's here in Arizona. So if I have poutine in Arizona, is it really poutine?
I'm not gonna gatekeep your poutine. I think that your poutine is valid.
Oh, bless you. But what I'm trying to say is I don't know. I could have poutine. I could have that experience, but my experience is not what authentic poutine, might taste like. So I don't know. I definitely love it. It's potatoes and cheese and gravy. What is not to love?
The 3 food groups.
Potatoes, that's all you need.
Gravy, cheese, done.
To sustain life.
It's got the electrolytes you need. The poutine does. Yeah, so I actually was on a kick where I was eating poutine once a week, and then I was I must stop this because it's too much. You can't live on... Even though we just said it's all you need, you cannot live on poutine alone. So I'm trying to ration out my poutine, and it's just made me think about it even more. So yeah, you all should eat poutine. I'll find your recipe. We can make some homemade poutine.
Cool.
I'll talk to my Canadian friends. Boots, if you're out there, give us your poutine recipe, your secret Canadian recipe.
Yes.
Please, God bless us with some poutine.
Yeah.
Are we saying it wrong? It's poutine as I say it, right? Somebody once told me it was poutine, and I was that seems wrong.
I've heard only poutine, but I'm a dumb American.
Yeah, I mean, that was the thing. I'm it could be French Canadian where it's poutine, but I'm going to say it's poutine. I'm probably wrong. Please send in an email if you care deeply about these things. Tyler, what's your salutation?
My salutation this week is... It's an odd one because it never occurred to me. I went traveling out of country recently. Went to Puerto Vallarta by plane. And I had never heard of this, but you should always travel with a pen is my salutation this week. Okay. Because when you are traveling internationally, as it were, you need to fill out immigration forms, essentially, to visit Mexico. And no one gives you a pen. The flight attendants hand you this little slip, and they're like, okay, fill this out. This is flight 554. Jot that down. Make a note of it. And then, you need to fill these forms out for customs or whatever when you land. And no one, when you land, will hand you a pen. And even when you get inside the terminal where the airport is, where, customs is and everything, no one will also have, there's no writing station or anything. And, you have to beg passengers and or the guard who only speaks Espanol for lapis, which is pen in Spanish. And then she'll say, give it back to me when you're done, and very sternly, and scare you, kind of. And yeah, so travel with a pen, always. Apparently this is a thing because all of my older friends who I was traveling with were like, you didn't bring a pen? You didn't travel with a pen? Who doesn't travel with a pen? And I'm like,
most people, right?
No one. Who travels with a pen is my
Did your
question.
friends let you borrow their pen, or were they just like, fuck you, suck it?
No, I had to travel by myself, so they were already there. So, like, I was flying to meet them, but, like, I didn't realize... I figured if you were traveling internationally or something, at least, like, I could understand, like, okay, flight attendants on the plane, they don't got pens. Like, yeah, I'm not expect like, that's... Yeah, I don't expect the airlines to, you know, shovel out that kind of money. But the airport... where you know people are coming in from different countries, you're not going to have, like, a writing station with a chained pen, you know, with a little desk or something.
You're supposed to bring a pen wherever you go. Come on.
Supposed to bring a pen wherever I go. I should know. But apparently it's a thing that I don't know, and everyone else in the world knows who travels.
Well, I don't know, because I just went to France, and there were kiosks. It was all digital. Like, I was...
Okay, well,
I did not... There was no pen at any point in my process of getting in or out of the country. It was kiosks. I was given a slip of paper at one point that I had to take to somebody else.
Right.
But that was it.
No, I had to fill out, like, why I was there, if I was smuggling animals or fruit.
It must depend on the country, because getting into France was like, I walked up to the kiosk, I gave them my passport, they said nothing to me, stamped it and handed it back, and I was in the country.
Oh,
there were no questions. I was like, am I good?
Yeah.
And they were like, yep, you're fine. Getting back into the US was impossible.
maybe it's also, like you said, destination might be a fair point. It was Puerto Vallarta. It's not like I went to Mexico City. Maybe Mexico City has a nicer airport that does have pen stands or kiosks.
Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? But Puerto Vallarta does not. Huh. So you're supposed to travel with a pen.
Okay.
That's my salutation. It's very weird, I know, but like I just figured maybe I can save someone some anxiety and stress.
News you can use.
News you can use.
I like it.
Rebecca, what's your salutation?
So my salutation for this week is probably not surprising because we opened the show with it. My salutation for this week is TikTok, the app. I am obviously too old to be on this app because it is all teens, but I think that's fine. So I'm someone who loved Vine. Like, I loved Vine. Like, I made my life on Vine for a minute there.
I mean, that was good shit.
It was good shit, right? And I feel like the concept of Vine was perfect. Like, 7 seconds, great. I feel like spawned amazing comedy. You know, obviously there was a lot of drama, but, like, Vine to me felt very memorable. There's still a lot of Vine compilations and stuff like that. Anyway, it was sad when Vine was gone. You know what I mean? I think that was a huge loss. And then it was weird because it was like Vine 2.0 was coming out, and then that never went anywhere. And so TikTok gained popularity maybe a year ago. Like, I feel like maybe more recently, but it kind of became what it is about a year ago. And the gist of it is interesting because it's a lot about collaboration, and it's a lot about, like, lip syncing and using music. And so there's a lot more, I don't know, there's, like, a level of people who are on there doing comedy, but then there's also a level of people who it's, like, there's a lot of art on there. There's a lot of memes. The culture changes very quickly. I don't know. For people that are interested in, like, what the teens are doing and also the internet, it's a really interesting place to be right now. A lot of anime, a lot of cosplay, a lot of e-girls, a lot of fuckboys.
Oh, no.
Wait, what was the last one? Footboys?
Fuckboys.
Oh, fuckboys. I heard footboys, and I was like, the teens are just getting with the feet.
I'm pretty sure there's footboys there, too, but...
So there's, like... So the fuckboy meme is basically, like, it's a generally attractive person who makes, like, a sad video where they're, like, kind of dancing, and then they're like, reasons why I'm single, I'm awkward, I like to play video games, and it's like, this is annoying. Like, that's a dumb cry for attention. Come on. Me, conventionally attractive man, going, no one wants to date me because I like the sky, because it's blue. I go outside sometimes. Here I am on TikTok. You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
I'm a normal human being. No one likes me. I'm single.
Or it'll just
Hit
be
me
like,
up.
Conventionally attractive person. It'll be like, reasons why people won't date me. I'm ugly.
Okay.
This is like some MySpace level bullshit, and I
it is
with that.
It makes me kind of excited because I feel like, you know, when we were teens, it was like LiveJournal and Tumblr and, like, really weird blogs and Zangas and MySpace and all that crazy shit. And so, like, it makes me excited that the teens of today have a very similar app. But there's a lot on it that's also just, like, totally wholesome. Like, I think his account may be gone. but there was a guy who would make a video. He worked at like a doggy daycare, and every morning he would say good morning to all the dogs that were there, and so his videos would just be like, hi Buster, hi Susie, and he would be giving them all treats, and like that was just like really genuine, very nice, good content. So
I wonder, that's honestly whole heart, like good content that I want to see. It reminds me of Jeffrey Marsh, who was on Vine, who I don't know if it's on TikTok, but I do follow her them on Twitter. Huh? Jeffrey Marsh was just a very, very positive trans person in the Vine community, and I miss them. So maybe they're on TikTok. I have to figure it out and see where they're at.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few Vine people who are on TikTok. So people like Thomas Sanders, who I think got quite popular on
good
TikTok.
For him.
He's on Vine. He's on TikTok. A couple others that I can't think of off the top of my head. But anyway, you'll find some of those people. I don't know. It's just like it's a trash heap because it's not easy to search, and like your For You page is going to be a disaster for a long time. But I don't know, I like it. I scroll through it before I go to bed. I just really enjoy it, and I think the kids in their memes are really sweet and cute. And there was a Big Iron meme like a week ago. It's already over, but it just is like, I know these kids have never played Fallout New Vegas and like don't really know anything about old Western music, and anyway, it's just fun. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit of a voyeur, but I'm glad the kids are out there having a good time. And it helps me keep up to date on all the memes. And now I like catch myself saying TikTok things, like the things the teens are saying. And so I'm cool, Gen Z, just FYI.
You're a cool mom.
I'm a cool mom.
I'm installing TikTok. You tried out Fire Emblem Heroes. I owe you this. I owe you this much to try the TikTok.
The very best part about Fire Emblem Heroes is that I showed up to get the boyfriends, but I actually stayed because I got the girlfriends. And some of them are just like beautiful knight ladies, and I love them, and I just want to adopt all of them, especially Titania. She's my favorite.
They're very powerful.
Except for that one girlfriend you showed us, right? Who like had the hugest forehead.
Yeah, there's one where her face is like escaping from her entire body, like it's just sort of sliding down. And then there's left tit girl, where she just has armor like over one tit. But then not the other tit.
Just one boob plate.
Yeah.
So she's calmed one titty.
You calm one tit,
and the other one
tit out. It's your party tit.
Yeah.
I have fond feelings for her because I got a gold one of her like a long time ago, and she's been like my main fighting force because she just destroys people. So I'm all for one tit girl.
The funny thing about her too is that in one of those little games where you get the heroes by you put in money, receive hero. There was one you could pick for free, and she was one of them, and the game literally says she's the most popular one. Like, just FYI, everybody wants her, so if you want her, just click on her. Lynn, I think is her name.
Her powerful boob.
I got a lot of clicks on that Instagram post, so I think she's quite popular in the fandom. I don't know. All right, so I think this has been a podcast. Awesome, we're right on time. So this has been the Grease From Podcast. You can find us wherever podcasts are hosted, such as Apple Podcasts, Simplecast, Spotify, and more. Send your questions or corrections, or tell us how to pronounce poutine, or send us poutine recipes and only emails related to poutine from here on out to greetingsfromcast@gmail.com. You can call us on the phone at Firm Gamers. That's what we are.
Firm
right?
Gamers. Mm-hmm.
I almost gave the Giant Bomb After Show one. I'm very sorry. That's not our show, but it's still a very good show to listen to. You can also visit us on the web at greetingsfrom.zone. You can follow us on Twitter at greetingsfrompc. You can follow us on Instagram at greetingsfromcast. You can follow us on Twitch at greetingsfrompc. We stream every Friday. This Friday we'll be doing some cool itch.io shit. I don't know what it is yet. I'm going to be surprised. My name is Rebecca Faye. You can find me at Rebecca Faye on the internet. Olivia, where can they find you?
You can find me at LiveJQ on Twitter. Tyler, where can they find you?
Find me at World Jumpin' on Twitter.
I'll never be Tatiana, mother! Never!
Thanks for listening to Greetings From. Our intro and outro music is an edited version of Deep Fried Space Food by Substitute Sandwiches. You can find a link to the song in the podcast description. You can listen to more episodes at greetingsfrom.zone. We are also on Twitter and Twitch at greetingsfrompc and on Facebook at greetingsfromcast. Please leave us a review with your thoughts on iTunes or Google Play. It really helps us. See ya, Space Cowboy.